एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच पूता माता की आसीस निमख न बिसरो तुमको हर हर सदा भजहो जगदीश वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। Guru Pyari Sat Sangat Ji, we are here today extremely blessed to be in the Charan Kamal of Kalgitar Patsha Ji and Mata Sahib Devan Ji while exploring the Jeevani of Tan Tan Mata Sahib Devan Ji. We have been looking at the incidents that are taking place after Mata Sahib Devan Ji was married to Guru Maharaj. And in this time frame, we are covering the biography of Mataji, but at the same time, we are also looking at the atmosphere of the time, the events that were taking place at the time. And it's very important because that gives us the context of Mataji's Jeevani as well. And at the same time, while exploring the Jeevani of Mataji, we are learning so many other events as well. And it's basically giving us the very precious information and telling us exactly what happened in the time of Kalgitar Patshaji when they are living to Sachkhand. And that is what we have been discussing in the last few sessions. Because we have seen that Mata Sahib Devanji, she followed Guru Maharaj to Nanded, and after that, Guru Maharaj started preparing for their Jyoti Jot, and they sent Mataji back to Delhi. And they sent a Jatha with them, and this whole Jatha, they had some Siane people with them. They had some young people, such as Jassa Singh as well, who was with his mother. And we saw after Mataji went back to Delhi, we have been seeing since yesterday and also the day before yesterday, in the last two sessions of our this whole Pothi discourse, we have been looking at the events that are leading to the Jyoti Jot of Guru Maharaj. Because after this, we would then look at how the condition of Mataji after the Jyoti Jot and what happens in Delhi. What did Mataji do? Where did Mataji go? Where did Mata Sundari go? And we would see all that after the Jyoti Jot of Guru Maharaj. So in between of this event, there's this one very important event which is recorded very detailed in this Pothi, which is the Jyoti Jot of Guru Maharaj. And it's very important for us to know about it as well. If we are the children of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, we also need to know their history. We need to know how our Guru, how did they come into Kaljug, and how did they leave their physical body. So yesterday, we saw that after Maharaj had their wound open, they decided that this is the time they want to leave. And we saw the whole preparation that took place. They got a very big langar arranged, and in this langar a lot of sangat came, and this whole narrative of having a langar We can also find it in the Jivani of other gurus as well. Guru Angad Dev Ji, before they left their physical body, they also had a very big langar done. So Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, they got a very big langar done. They got all this mathianya and everything. So basically, the Khalsa is always in Chardi Kala. Even when Guru Maharaj is going to leave their physical body, they are still celebrating it. They are not in sorrow. They are celebrating it. And after 3 days of this langar, the Sangat came for Guru Maharaj's basically last physical darshan. On the 4th day, at Amrit Vele, they got ready. They washed their hair, their holy hair. They had their ishnan, and they dressed up in such a beautiful manner, where they wore new clothes, and they had so much of shastra on them. We saw all this. We discussed all this yesterday on how did Guru Maharaj got ready. And that is something very beautiful about our itihas. We get to learn in so much detail. We feel as if we are there. We are looking at what is happening. And we saw yesterday that Guru Maharaj wore so many different types of shastra. They even had a bow and arrow, and they had so many very kimati, very valuable shastra. They are not cheap shastra. They are very expensive and valuable shastras. And they wore all of that. Then they came out from their tent, and they had a diwan set up. And before that, they also gave the Gurgaddi to Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. They performed the whole Gurgaddi Maryada, where they got a coconut, they had the Panj Paise, they did 4 Pakarma, and they Matha Dek to Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, declaring that from today onwards, this is your Guru. My Jot will rest in Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. The Jot of the Guru from Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj is now in Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. And this would be your Guru forever. And until now, that's why when we say at the times of the Guru, actually now is still the time of the Guru, because Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj is our Guru and is the same Jot as Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. So when we say during the times of the Guru, sometimes we forget that now is still the time of the Guru. Just because they are physically not here doesn't mean that the Gurus have gone. They are not gone, because the same Jot is in Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. And this is what Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj did bachan to the Khalsa as well. And after that, they got a fire prepared. They got a set of basically woods arranged, and around that they put a tent wall, kanat, and they told their Singhs to guard it so that nobody should come near. And then they had during the Diwan, the Sangat was sitting, they were doing darshan of Guru Maharaj in the presence of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. In Guru Maharaj woke up, they matha dek to Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, and then they headed towards the tent that the Singh set up for them, which is where they had all these woods, this chandan woods arranged there. And before that, they also got this. They got their horse sevadar, their kore sevadar. They got them to prepare their best horse, and they told the sevadar to prepare, basically to put the saddle on it. They said to prepare this horse. And today we would see why did Guru Maharaj ask the sevadar to prepare the horse. And also after that, we saw the last thing that we discussed yesterday was Guru Maharaj going into this tent, and where we stopped was when Guru Maharaj said Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. They said the Fateh to the Sangat, and after that no one basically knew what happened. So today we would see as what actually happened, and this whole history, some of it is recorded historically, and just like a lot of our other history, we basically get it through oral history. So oral history is basically sina basina. So we get it through generations. So a lot of our history is such that even though it's not in written form, it's very important for us to have the written form of history as well. But a lot of our history is also recorded orally, and they have equal amount of importance in our history study, because even the written history was actually passed orally from the people of that time. So in the same way, some of the history is passed down in generations, and we got it through Mahapurush or other sources. And a lot of the Samparda, that's why they are known for having the knowledge in generations. A lot of this oral history is preserved in Samparda. That is why a lot of Mahapurush and stuff, they would always advise us to learn in a Samparda, because there are so many oral history, so much of oral history that we get to learn in Samparda, which is not in any written form, and it's very valuable. So Baba Surjit Singh Ji Mehrowale, they in their compassion, they basically wrote in this poti some of the oral history that is always told in Samparda. We would see three different reasonings of why. We would see basically after the Jyoti Jyot of Guru Maharaj, what actually happened. And we would see three different events that is related to this, and it's basically passed down by generations through oral history. You will understand when we go through the whole events. So we would see today the Jyoti Jyot of Guru Maharaj in detail. So before we start, again, we are in midst of covering the Jeevani of Mata Sahib Devanji, and now we are talking about something that basically a person we value as our guru, but this person is basically valued so much by Mata Sahib Devanji. Her whole life purpose is to serve Kalgitar Patsha Ji, and we are looking at the Jyoti Jyot of that same avatar that is so important to Mata Sahib Devanji. So before we start, let us put our consciousness, our surti in the charan of Mata Sahib Devanji. Tan Tan 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 Mata Sahib Devanji. Satnam Sri Vaheguru. सम्मत नानक शाही 238 मुताबिक 765 बिक्रमी 7 अक्तूबर 1708 ਈਸਵੀ ਕੱਤਕ ਸੁਦੀ ਪੰਚਮੀ ਦਿਨ ਵੀਰਵਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਸਭ ਦੇ ਦੇਖਦਿਆਂ ਕਨਾਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਪ੍ਰਵੇਸ਼ ਹੋਏ. So on this date, on 7 October 1708, Guru Maharaj, in the presence of all the Sangat, they went into the Kanat, the tent wall that they got set up. They went into that place. Shahe Shahenshah Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji Maharaj, Mahan Jangi Jarnail. They are such a jarnail, they are a warrior, they are Jangi. Shastran de khiladi, mero nao Guru Gobind Singh, Sodhi Rai as Khilauna. So Guru Maharaj, these are praises of Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj is the khiladi. They play with shastras. And not even now, but even when they were a balak, when they were a child, when children will play with toys. If you read the childhood, or you go to the katha of the childhood of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, we can see even when they were very young, they used to play with shastras as well. They used to have this catapult that you put a stone and you pull it with elastic, there's this thing, that a thread that you pull it, and that is usually played by children. But Guru Maharaj, he loved playing that, because that is almost equivalent to using a bow and arrow, because you need to have the target. And even when they were playing with toys that normal children play, they always had this aspect of warrior instilled in those games. Even when they are just playing a catapult, they would aim it so well that all the children, they would come and learn from them how to aim, because they were already a warrior and that was their toys. And they also, even when they were young, they also had this whole they used to have a palki, and on the palki they used to arrange all their shastras, and after they arranged their shastra, they used to basically do chore on them. They used to basically have their own like a palki kind of thing, and that is what they used to play as a child. So because of all these reasons, Guru Maharaj, since young, they were already a khiladi. They always play with weapons. And when they were older as well, they still continue this whole practice of playing with weapons. Just that this time they are playing it in war. When they were young, they played it playfully, but when they were older, they played for specific reasons. So that is why they say, Mero now Guru Gobind Singh Sodhi Rai As Khilauna. My khilauna is a Shastar. Shastar Astar Pira Nu Ehi Nishani Jeet Ki Farmaunde. So Guru Maharaj, they had a lot of importance for the Shastar, and that is why they always emphasize Shastar in their Bani as well. Satkar they also give a lot of respect to their Shastar. Ate Pooj they also worship their Shastar. And these are all the praises that is given to Guru Maharaj. And because of all this, ਇਹ ਸਭ ਸਤਿਕਾਰ ਅਤੇ ਪੂਜਦੇ ਹੋਣ ਕਰਕੇ ਹੀ ਕਾਵਿ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਉਪਰੋਕਤ ਛੰਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਵਿਤਾ ਦੇ 9 ਰਸਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੁੱਖ ਰੱਖਦਿਆਂ 20 ਰਸ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੂਰਬੀਰਤਾ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਿੰਗਾਰਦਿਆਂ. So this sentence can be a little confusing to understand, but it's basically saying about, so the cover is referring to Kavi. And which Kavi are we talking about? We are talking about Kavi Santokh Singh Ji. And they basically described Guruji's their whole Bir Ras in their writing of Suraj Prakash. And they are basically describing this Bir Ras, a part of the 9 rasa that is in writings. So for a poet to be a good poet, you need to write the grantha and that your grantha, your writing, should be able to give the readers 9 types of rasa. And there are different types of this 9 rasa. For example, there's Vairag, and there's one of it is mentioned here, Bir Ras. So they are saying from this 9 rasa that a poet is always aiming to give its readers, one of the rasa is Bir Rasa, and in this energy of Bir Rasa, Kavi Santokh Singh Ji has written, Kamar Kasa Subh Kamar Lagayo, Ram Janga Kripan Sajayo. So they say, by keeping in view of giving this Bir Ras feel to the Sangat, because Guru Maharaj themselves was the embodiment of Bir Ras, Kavi Santokh Singh Ji has described that when Guru Maharaj was living for their Jyoti Jyot, they put a Kamar Kasa on their Kamar. So they had a Kamar Kasa on, and they had Ram Jang. We talked about Ram Jang yesterday. It's a firearm, and they had a Kirpan. They had so many shastras on them. Kaisa Sohana Varnan Kita hai कि श्री दशमेश गुरु जी ने अंतिम समय भी कितने शास्त्र सजाए हुए सन. So the writer is saying that how beautiful it is that Guru Maharaj, even until the end of their physical life, when they are living physically, they still continue this practice of keeping weapons with them. Why? Because they have, firstly, we discussed in our few sessions back, this is one of the things that is basically fulfilling Guru Maharaj's bachan, because again, we have mentioned this so many times that Guru Maharaj wanted to live as a warrior according to their own bachan of jab aav ki aud nidan bane atahi ran mein tab jooj maro. They say, if I want to live at the end of my age, at the end of my life, of my physical life, I want to live as a warrior. So there are few points that we can see which really shows how Maharaj fulfilled this. Firstly, we can see in what we have just discussed, they wore so many shastras on their body, and that is only something that is done by surbirs. Only warriors do that. Second thing we have discussed before, Guru Maharaj, their wound, their whole, the reason why they were going to leave, the wound was caused by the Musalman that stabbed Guru Maharaj. They got the wound from a Shastra as well. And thirdly, when their wound was recovering and they were getting well, the wounds again, the stitches opened. Why? Because they were again using a Shastra. They were basically pulling a bow and arrow with so much of energy that the stitches opened. So from these 3 points, we can see that Guru Maharaj is an ultimate warrior, and they have really fulfilled their own bachan of living as a warrior. So again, the author is saying that it's so beautiful that Guru Maharaj, even until the end of their physical life, they are living as a warrior. ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਮਹਾਤਮਾ ਅਨੁਭਵੀ ਮਹਾਪੁਰਸ਼ਾਂ ਦੇ ਬਚਨਾਂ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਸੱਚਖੰਡ ਪਿਆਨੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਆਦਰ ਸਤਕਾਰ ਦੇ ਦਾਰੀਆਂ ਲਈ ਗੈਬੀ ਰੂਪ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਰਬਤ ਅਰਸ਼ੀ ਰੂਹਾਂ ਲక్ష్ਮੀ ਖੜੀ ਤੁਮਰੇ ਦਰਬਾਰਾ ਸਰਬ ਦੇਵਤੇ ਕਰਹਿ ਨਮਸਕਾਰਾ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਸਾਰੇ ਦੇਵਤੇ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਸਨ. So at the time of when Guru Maharaj was going to leave, and this is another oral history that we get in Samparda, and this is something that it's beyond our comprehension basically, because when Guru Maharaj was going to leave, all this Devi Devte, for example, in this Pankti we have Lakshmi Khadi Tumre Darbara, we read this in the Aarti, Sarva Devte Karha Namaskara, even all the Devtes, because all the Devte, they have their own duties assigned by Paramatma. And even all these Devte, when they see Guru Maharaj, even they bow down to Guru Maharaj, because Guru Maharaj themselves is the image, the form, the avatar of Paramatma itself. So when Guru Maharaj was going to leave, all these Devi Devtes, they also came to basically do darshan, and basically they were also there. And they also have a role to play that we would see in just few minutes. De Mahavak Ansar, so the Devte Hajar San. So us samay Sri Dashmesh Swami Antarjami Gurudev Jiyan di Andruni Icha Anusar pੈ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਗਨ ਕੱਢੈ ਵੇ ਗਾਰ ਦੇ ਮਹਾਵਾਕ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਅਗਨ ਦੇਵਤੇ ਨੇ ਸੇਵਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੋ ਅਤੀ ਸਤਿਕਾਰਤ ਹੁਕਮ ਕਬੂਲਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਝੱਬਦੇ ਹੀ ਪ੍ਰਚੰਡ ਹੋ ਕਰ ਚੰਦਨ ਦੀ ਚਿਖਾ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਨੇ ਕਲਾਵੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੰਭਾਲ ਲਿਆ. So this is a pankti of Guru Maharaj in Guru Granth Sahib Ji, pੈ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਗਨ ਕੱਢੈ ਵੇ ਗਾਰ. So when Guru Maharaj went into this Kanat, this area, the tent, there was fire lit up. So when this fire, this Agni Devta, when even the fire, the fire did not feel like burning Guru Maharaj's physical body. But still it was the bachan of Guru Maharaj that the fire needs to lit up. So the fire followed the bachan of Guru Maharaj as well. And it basically lit up that area. And then it's a kalave. So kalave means to hug. So the whole area was filled with fire. So the Sangha that was standing there, the Singhs, they could only see the fire. They don't know what is happening. They just knew that when Guru Maharaj entered that area, after a while, the Agni, it did its job. Guru Maharaj basically ordered the Agni to do your job, lit up. So the Sangat only saw the whole area full of fire. Now we would see what is happening which is beyond our comprehension. which is in the Gupt form. So there are two things that are happening here. One is the physical thing that everyone is seeing, that they saw there's a fire, and after that, physically, nobody knows what happened. And secondly, in the Gupta form, there is something else that's happening as well. ਸਾਹਿਬਾਂ ਦੀ ਅਨੁਭਵਤਾ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਦਿਆਂ ਤੁਰੰਤ ਹੀ ਦੇਵ ਰੂਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਤਬੇਲੇ 'ਚ ਆਣ ਘੋੜਾ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਅਤੇ ਬਾਦਸ਼ਾਹ ਦਰਵੇਸ਼ ਸ਼ਾਹ ਅਸਵਾਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਹੈ ਰਾਜ ਵਿਸ਼ੇਸ਼ ਘੋੜੇ ਤੇ ਅਸਵਾਰ ਹੋ ਆਕਾਸ਼ ਮਾਰਗ ਗਗਨ ਮੰਡਲ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਸੱਚਖੰਡ ਨੂੰ ਚਾਲਾ ਮਾਰ ਗਏ. So we spoke about how there were a lot of Devi Devtas there. There were also a lot of Shaheed Singhs there. And what happened is all this Gupta Ruhan that people could not see, the souls that was there, they went into this because they knew what Guru Maharaj wanted. They went into the stables of the horses. They got a koda, they got a horse, and they gave it to who? They gave it to Guru Maharaj. They brought the horse near Guru Maharaj. But nobody actually saw it physically. But later we would see the people that are in the stable, they would realize it. So Hai Raj. So the basically the Hai Raj, Hai yesterday we discussed, Hai is another name for horse. So Hai Raj means the Raja horse, which is like the best horse. They gave the best horse to Guru Maharaj. And from there, the horse, together with Guru Maharaj, they went up into the sky. And nobody knows after that what happened. Singh Pyare is Singh Pyare is ਅਸਹਿ ਵਿਛੋੜੇ ਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਸਹਾਰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਅਤੀ ਬਹਿਬਲ ਹਾਲਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਨ. So all the Singhs, they were in such a sorrow condition and they were very restless. ਇਤਨੇ ਨੂੰ ਘੋੜਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਤਬੇਲੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਇੱਕ ਸਿੰਘ ਨੇ ਆਣ ਕੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਭਾਈ ਸਿੰਘੋ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀਓ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਬਚਨਾਂ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਘੋੜਾ ਖੂਬ ਸ਼ਿੰਗਾਰਿਆ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਦੇਖਦਿਆਂ ਦੇਖਦਿਆਂ ਆਕਾਸ਼ ਨੂੰ ਉਡਾਰੀ ਮਾਰ ਗਿਆ. So this is what we spoke about just now. The horse, so the people that are standing near the tent, they don't know what's happening in the tent. They only see fire. But the Singhs that are in the stables, they came to Guru Maharaj, they came to the Sangat that was basically crying and sad. They said, the horse that we prepared for Guru, basically Guru Maharaj told them to prepare the best horse. And they said that horse that we prepared, it was in the stable, but suddenly we saw this horse, it's going up into the sky. It just basically went up and up. It kept rising into the sky and it disappeared. And the Singhs are so surprised. That's why they came and they told the other Singhs of what they just saw. And they just could not comprehend. Again, when we are saying that we can't, these are things that we as listeners of this Sakya, we can't comprehend. But even the Singhs that are looking, they don't understand what is happening. So that is why in this kind of narratives, our Sharda Pavana is very important. So what happens next? ਇਹ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਿੰਘ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਹੋਏ. All the Singhs were so surprised. ਅਤੇ ਵੈਰਾਗ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਰੀ ਰਾਤ ਬਤੀਤ ਕੀਤੀ. The whole night they spent it in vairag, because obviously after this they would not have the physical darshan of Guru Maharaj anymore. So the whole night we can't imagine what kind of night that was and how was the condition of the Singhs. Even now when we listen this, we feel the vichoda as well. So we can only imagine how was the condition of the Singhs on that night, because these are the Singhs that spent so much time with Maharaj. They came to Hajur Sahib with Maharaj, and now they are left on their own. Obviously, they have the asra of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, but they were also very close to Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. Sri Satguru Benape Dukhiare. Without Satguru, they are in dukha. They are very sad. Asavadas itne moh ayo. So another name for horse, Asav. We have seen so many different names for horses in this pothi itself. We saw Asava, we saw Hai, their normal name Koda, and another and commonly known name is Turanga as well. So all these are names for horses. Asava Das. Asava means horse. Das is Sevadar. So the Asava Das, the Das of the Asav, the Sevadar of the horses. This is basically how it's written, how it's recorded in the Grantha, in the historical Grantha. So this is not just oral history as well. This is actually recorded in Sri Gurpur Prakash Grantha. It is also recorded in Suraj Prakash Grantha. Both of this Grantha, this historical Grantha, has recorded this incident of Guru Maharaj's horse going missing, basically rising up to the sky, and they are basically historical accounts. So this is how it's written in the Grantha. Sab Sikhana Pat as Sunayo Gura Bacha Te Rakhyo Shingaro. This is the horse that we shingar on the bachan of Guru Maharaj. We put a saddle on it because Guru Maharaj asked us to do it, and now it's missing. Dekhat ga akash nirtara. They say, while we were looking at it, the horse just went upwards, and we don't know where it went. Agle din Singha Amrit Vele Tyar Bar Tyar Ho. The next day, all the Singhs, they got ready at Amrit Vela. Again, this is something to note as well. Even though they were so sad, they were in such sorrow, they did not leave their rahat. They did not leave the bachan of Guru Maharaj, because Guru Maharaj told them what to do after they leave, and that is to have a diwan and everything. They still do it. They still wake up at Amrit Vele and they got ready. Tyar bar tyar hoye. Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji da Prakash karke diwan sajaya. They had a diwan, they started a diwan. They got Guru Granth Sahib Ji's Prakash done. Ragi Singha ne aake Sri Asa Ji di War da Kirtan Arambh kita. The Ragi Singhs, they came and they did Asa di War Kirtan. Bhog Uprant Sri Kadha Prasad Vartaya. Singha Pyarya Path Arambh kita. So they got the part Arambh, they got the part of they got the part that they were going to start. They started that part. Chauthe din, on the fourth day after Guru Maharaj's Jyoti Jyot, Angithe wale asthan te, the Singhs, they went to the area of Guru Maharaj's Angitha Sahib, the tent that was that was lit up with fire. They went to that area. Sab Singh ikattar ho kar namaskar karke, they did namaskar, Angitha kholan lage. So they checked that Angitha area. So even though it was actually the bachan of Guru Maharaj to not go there and kholana that place, the Singhs, they had such a relationship with Guru Maharaj, they could not stand not looking at that place. So they still went, and they basically they checked the area because they wanted to see if there's anything. Prantu Guru Ji di sees wali choti kirpan te to bina kuch bhi hath nahi laga. जिस करके सरबत सिंह संगता ने निश्चय करके जान लिया कि सतगुर जी सन देही सचखंड प्याना कर गए हन. So there is a note at the Choti Kirpan. So when they went to the area of the Angitha Sahib, they only found one thing. You can see it in the slide. So that's the only one thing they found. They found a very small kirpan that Guru Maharaj had. They used to put this small kirpan in their dastar, on their head, in their seas. So this is the only shastra that they found at that place. They did not find anything else, not even the physical body of Guru Maharaj. That is why the Singhs then, they were very confident. They have the nishtha. They are fully affirmed. They fully believe that Guru Maharaj went to Sachkhand along with their physical body, because the body is not there. There is no ashes. There is nothing there. So now they are very sure Guru Maharaj went with their dehi, with their physical body. And this is this is what we would see in the footnote. There's a very long footnote on this dehi, because we would see, according to Samparda and according to other oral history, how do we affirm what is basically some of the Sakya that tells us that we would see 3 different points on why we further believe that Guru Maharaj Ji went to Sachkhand with their physical body. And we would cover two of the reasonings today, and the third sakhi or the third reasoning of this we would see it in the next session tomorrow. And this is how it's recorded in Sri Gurpur Prakash. Phol Biput Pushap Nahang Pae. So they say when they polled that place, they did not find anything other than this small shastar. Lag Karpan Gurasis Jo Mae. So they only found this small kirpan that Guruji used to keep in their seas. Soy Pekha Satguru Nishani. This is the only nishani that they found. Sab Sengana Tab Nischay Jani. So now they fully believe that Guru Maharaj Ji went with their day. Guru Nanak Sama Ge San Dehi. They say just like Guru Nanak Dev Ji, if we go through the history of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, you would also see the physical body of Guru Nanak Dev Ji was never found. Nobody found the physical body of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. It was only a chadar and there was no physical body found. So they are saying, so then the Sangat, the Singhs, they have understood that this is not a new thing, because Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, they also went to Sachkhand along with their physical body. They did not, the physical body was not found. So that's why they're saying, just like Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the same event has happened here by Guru Gobind Singh Ji. It's the same Jot after all. Hai Sangalino Guru Sanehi. But Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, he also took his hai, the horse. He took this horse together with him. And now let's see the footnote. ਇਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਸੀਸ ਵਾਲੀ ਛੋਟੀ ਕਿਰਪਾਨ ਤਖਤ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਹਜੂਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਮੌਜੂਦ ਹੈ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਾਮੀ ਹਰ ਰੋਜ਼ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਵਾਏ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ so the Sri Sahib, so this kirpan, this small kirpan that was found in that Angitha Sahib, currently it is kept in Hajur Sahib. You can do the darshan of this small kirpan every evening at Hajur Sahib. They would show the sangat, and that is how, if any of the sangat is interested to do darshan of this small kirpan, you can do the darshan at Hajur Sahib. And now let us look at some sakya that relates to the point of how Guru Maharaj left along with his physical body. ਆਮ ਸ਼ਰਧਾਲੂ ਸਿੱਖ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਸਨ ਦੇਹੀ ਸੱਚਖੰਡ ਜਾਣ ਦੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰਚਲਿਤ ਸਾਖੀਆਂ ਜੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਅਨੁਭਵਤਾ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਮਹਾਪੁਰਸ਼ਾਂ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਸੀਨਾ ਬਸੀਨਾ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਹਨ. So they're saying son dehi, son with their dehi, with their body. So there are few stories that is known and has been told from generation to generations, and this basically the sakya that is prachalat in the sangat, and this tells us more about how or why we know that for sure Guru Maharaj left with their physical body. Firstly, ਜਦੋਂ ਗਰੀਬ ਨਿਵਾਜ ਅੰਤਰਜਾਮੀ ਜੀ ਕਨਾਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਪ੍ਰਵੇਸ਼ ਹੋਏ ਸਨ ਉਸ ਸਮੇਂ, the footnote is continued on the next page, ਸਰਬੱਤ ਸਿੱਖ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦਾ ਦਿਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਦੁਖਿਆਰ ਹੋਇਆ. So when Guruji left, all the sangat, they were very sad. ਉਧਰ ਉਸੇ ਵਕਤ ਅਲੌਕਿਕ ਕੌਤਕ ਹੋਇਆ ਕਿ ਗਗਨ ਮੰਡਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਭਾਰੀ ਚਮਤਕਾਰ ਚਾਨਣਾ ਹੀ ਚਾਨਣਾ ਹੋਇਆ. So when Guru Maharaj left, there was there was this huge lightning. There was so much of light in the sky. ਵਿਛੋੜੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿੰਘ ਬਹੁਤ ਰੁਦਨ ਕਰ, ਰੁਦਨ means crying, so they were in tears. ਸਨ ਮਾਨੋ ਕਿ ਕਰੁਣਾ ਰਸ ਨੇ ਹੀ ਅਵਤਾਰ ਧਾਰ ਲਿਆ ਹੈ. So there was so much of vairag, so the vairag has taken avatar here. It's basically just a beautiful way of saying that vairag has taken birth here, means that everyone is sad. ਇਸੇ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਰਾਤ ਬਤੀਤੀ, in this way the night passed. ਦਿਨ ਚੜ੍ਹਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਬਾਝੋਂ ਸਾਰਾ ਸੰਸਾਰ ਸੁੰਨਾ ਜਾਪ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ. Without Guru Maharaj, at the next morning, the whole environment, the whole atmosphere was so quiet. It's sunna, it's very sunna ਲੱਗਦਾ ਸੀ. ਇੰਨੇ ਚਿਰ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਜੰਗਲੀ ਲੱਕੜਹਾਰਾ ਆਦਮੀ ਪੱਛਮ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਸਥਾਨ ਵੱਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਆਇਆ. ਤਾਂ ਉਸਨੇ ਵੇਖਿਆ ਕਿ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਦੇ ਨੇਤਰਾਂ 'ਚ ਨੀਰ ਵਹਿ ਰਹਾ ਹੈ। ਸਭ ਵੈਰਾਗ ਵਿੱਚ ਗਰਸੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ, ਹਰ ਪਾਸੇ ਉਦਾਸੀ। So at that time, a man, a lakkadhara, a wood collector, he came to the place where all the things were, and he saw everyone is crying. And when he saw, he was surprised because ਉਦਾਸੀ ਹੀ ਉਦਾਸੀ ਛਾਈ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ। ਮਾਹੌਲ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਉਸ ਭਾਈ ਲੱਕੜਹਾਰੇ ਨੇ ਹੈਰਾਨ ਹੁੰਦਿਆਂ ਕਿਹਾ, he was so surprised and he said, ਭਾਈ ਸਿੱਖੋ, ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੁਮੈੜ ਘੋੜੇ ਤੇ ਮਿਲੇ ਹਨ ਤੇ ਹੱਥ ਤੇ ਬਾਜ ਵੀ ਸੀ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੂੰ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਕਹੋ ਕਿ ਸੋਗ ਨਾ ਕਰਨ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਜਾਗਦਾ ਦਿਓ ਹੈ। So they said, the wood collector, he said, I don't understand, why are you guys crying? Because while collecting woods, I just saw Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. He was on his horse and he even had his barge, he even had his falcon with him, and he has told me to go and tell all of you that I am not gone, I am still here. ਜਾ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਤੰਬੋਲੇ ਵਾਲੀ ਥਾਂ ਗਏ ਤਾਂ ਹੈਰਾਨ ਹੋਏ। So the Sikhs, when they hear this, again they went into the stables where the horses are. ਨਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਘੋੜਾ ਸੀ, ਨਾ ਹੀ ਕਿੱਲੀ ਤੇ ਬਾਜ ਸੀ। And they saw again that the ਘੋੜਾ, Guru Maharaj's ਘੋੜਾ, horse is not there. And even the baj, the falcon of Guru Maharaj that was at the same area, is no more there. So this is the first incident. So this woodcutter, he actually met Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj and he had this darshan, and this is after the Jyoti Jyot. And he said, I don't understand, why are you guys sad? Because I just met Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj and he has told me to tell all of you that Guru Maharaj is still here. ਦੂਸਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੋਰ ਕਿ ਜਾਂ ਦਿਨ ਚੜਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਉਦਾਸੀ ਸੰਤ ਜੀ ਆਏ। On the same morning, another ਉਦਾਸੀ ਸੰਤ came. ਤਾਂ ਸੰਤ ਜੀ ਆਖਿਆ ਕਿ ਭਾਈ ਸਿੱਖੋ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰੋਦਨ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ। This is ਸਿੱਖੋ, all of you are crying. ਗੁਰੂ ਅਵਤਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਅੱਖੀਂ ਡਿੱਠਾ ਹੈ। And he said the same thing. He said, I have just saw Guru Maharaj with my own eyes. I just did their darshan. ਕਲਗੀ ਤੋੜੇ ਸਜੇ ਹੋਏ। They said they were with their ਕਲਗੀ। ਸਾਰੇ ਜਿਸਮ ਤੇ ਹਥਿਆਰ ਪਹਿਨੇ ਹੋਏ। This is their whole physical body was full with shastras. And if we remember, when Guru Maharaj was going to leave, when they came out of the tent, when they were preparing for the Jyoti Jyot, they had so many shastras on them. And this correlates with what this Udasi Sant is saying, that I saw Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj and he had a lot of shastras on him. So even this Udasi Sant is not understanding why all the Sikhs are crying. ਹੱਥ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਬਾਜ ਬੈਠਾਇਆ ਹੋਇਆ। This Udasi Sant also said the same thing. He said, on the hand of Guru Maharaj, there's a baj. I saw the baj. ਜੰਗਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ਿਕਾਰ ਖੇਡਦਿਆਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸੁਨੇਹਾ ਦੇ ਭੇਜਿਆ। So they were hunting in the jungle and they told me to tell the Sikh ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਅਸਥਾਨ ਤੇ ਸਿੱਧਾ ਜਾਈ, ਸਾਡੀ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਫਤਿਹ ਗਜਾਏ ਦੇਵੀ। They say, immediately go to my Singhs and go and bula my fateh to them. ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿੱਧਰੋਂ ਆਏ ਸਾਂ ਉਧਰੇ ਚਾਲਾ ਮਾਰਿਆ। They say, they also told this Udasi Singhs, this Udasi Santa to tell the Singhs that Guru Maharaj said, I went back to where I came from. So where did Guru Maharaj come from? They came from Sachkhand and they went back to Sachkhand. ਸਾਡਾ ਸੋਗ ਨਾ ਕਰਨ, ਗੁਰੂ ਤਾਂ ਜਾਗਦਾ ਦਿਓ ਹੈ। They say, I am alive, I am not away, I am still here. ਉਹਨੇ ਕਿਆ ਮਰਨਾ? They say, how can the Guru die? The Guru can't die, the Guru is alive. So ਤੁਸਾਂ ਸੋਗ ਨਾ ਕਰੋ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਬਚਨ ਕਹਿ ਘੋੜਾ ਅੱਗੇ ਭਜਾ ਲੈ ਗਏ। They say, after saying all this bachan to me, the Udasi Sant is telling the Singhs that Guru Maharaj then got on their horse and went away. ਇਸ ਸੰਤ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਰਤਨ ਰਾਏ ਸੀ। ਇਸ ਦੀ ਯਾਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁਣ ਜੰਗਲ ਬਿਆਬਾਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਰਤਨਗੜ੍ਹ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸੁਭਾਈਮਾਨ ਹੈ। So this is where we will stop today, and we would see the third Sakhi tomorrow. And so this second this Sant that came, his name was Ratan Rai, and the area where he had the darshan of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj in the jungle, there is currently a Gurdwara there in Hajur Sahib, and it's known as Ratangarh Sahib. So this is another Gurdwara. We have covered basically so many Gurdwara of Hajur Sahib in this pothi itself. So this is another Gurdwara that Sangat usually go and do darshan, because it relates to the whole point of why we say that Guru Maharaj left with the physical body. And this is also a reason that a lot of the Shardalus, the Singhs, Mahapurush, and even the Sangat of Hajur Sahib, they always believe that Guru Maharaj is not away. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj is not gone. They always believe that Guru Maharaj is living there. And even if you go to Hajur Sahib with Shraddha, you would also feel the same thing. You would really feel that Guru Maharaj is there. And the reason, and another very exemplary trait of Guru Maharaj is, even at the end, they were still concerned about their Sangat. They were concerned about their Khalsa. They are so concerned, and they are sending people to go and tell the Khalsa that I'm not gone. They are still thinking of the Khalsa. Even at the end, they are thinking that the Khalsa is basically very sad. They are in such sorrow. So I need to send they sent this wood collector, they sent this Udasi Santa to go and tell the Khalsa that they have had darshan of Guru Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj has told them to tell the Khalsa that they are still here. That is how much love Guru Maharaj had for his Khalsa. Even until the end of their physical life, they were still concerned about the condition of the Khalsa, and to give this encouragement and honsala to the Khalsa, they sent all these people to inform them that the Guru is not gone anywhere. And even until today, we still know for a fact that Guru Maharaj is still here. And with that, we are very blessed to have such a Guru that is so merciful and so Beyanta, who has always taught of us even until the end. May we not take this for granted and use this opportunity that Guru Maharaj has given us, all these tools that Guru Maharaj has given us as a Khalsa, to make use and make our Jeevan Safala. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.